Are you struggling to generate .apk and .ipa files for your React Native app using Expo? You're not alone. Today, we're going to unravel this common issue and get your app ready for deployment. I totally get how frustrating it can be when you've followed all the steps, but something still doesn't seem right. Many developers face this challenge, and it can feel like you're missing a crucial piece of the puzzle. Here's the situation. One user reached out saying they successfully built their app and ran it on both iOS and Android devices. However, they couldn't find the .apk or .ipa files after the build process. Sound familiar? Let's dive into this together. So, what might be going wrong? The Expo build process can sometimes be a bit confusing, especially when it comes to locating the final output files. Let's break it down step by step to clarify things. And stick around. At the end of this video, I'll share a pro tip that will make your future builds smoother and more efficient. To generate the .apk and ipa files, the user should first ensure they are using the correct Expo command. They need to run the command expo build android for the android.apk file and expo build iOS for the ios.ipa file. After running these commands, the user will be prompted to log in to their Expo account if they haven't already. This step is crucial as it allows Expo to manage the build process. Once logged in, the user will need to select the appropriate build options. For iOS, they may need to provide their Apple developer credentials, while for Android, they can choose to let Expo handle the key store. After the build process is complete, the user will receive a URL in the console. This URL will point to the generated .apk or .ipa file, which they can download directly. Finally, if the user does not see the URL, they should check the Expo build logs for any errors. This can help identify if there were issues during the build process. Fun fact, did you know that the first mobile apps were just simple text-based programs? Look how far we've come. Now we can build complex apps with just a few commands. Now, let's look at the answers provided by other users. An alternative approach to generating .apk and ipa files is to check the build status using the command expo build status. This command provides updates on the build process for both iOS and Android. When the build is complete, you'll receive a URL that leads to your .ipa or .apk file. This link will show the current status, logs, and a download button if the build was successful. Additionally, you can track your previous builds by visiting a specific link. Just replace the placeholders with your Expo username and app name to see the build statuses. Let's check out another perspective from a different user. An alternative approach shared by another user highlights that the classic build service is now in maintenance mode and has been replaced by EAS build. To generate your .apk and .ipa files, you should use the new commands. For Android, run esbuild platform Android. For iOS, use esbuild-platform iOS. If you want to build for both platforms, simply use esbuild platform all. Let's take a look at an answer from another user. An alternative approach from another user suggests using the new EAS build system instead of the deprecated Expo build. They recommend modifying the ease.json file to specify the build type for Android. To generate an APK, you need to run the command ease build-preview after setting up your ease.json file. Now, let's dive into a different answer from another user. An alternative solution provided by another user suggests using the command ease build-p android profile preview to generate your .apk file for Android. That's it for that answer. Let's take a look at another one. An alternative approach shared by another user involves running the command expo build android. After logging into your Expo account, you can choose the build type, either a normal APK or an APK bundle for the Play Store and App Store. Then generate a key store file and wait for about 10 minutes to receive a build link. Here's the pro tip I promised. Always keep your Expo CLI updated and regularly check the Expo documentation for any changes. This will save you time and headaches in the long run. And there you have it. You should now be able to generate your .apk and .ipa files with ease. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe for more tips and tricks, and don't forget to check out our other videos for more insights.